Hello students, we are studying the chapter of estimation of various mechanical shops used in mechanical engineering. So in that order, we have to calculate the cost of various products formed in these various mechanical shops. In continuation to my previous two lectures, now the topic of this lecture is estimation of foundry cost. What is foundry? Students, you all hear about the topic casting in first year or second year also. What is casting? Casting is a process which is carried out in foundry workshop. Foundry workshop is that in which we make a molds by using the help of molding box. So let's start our topic of foundry. Understand of foundry. What is foundry? Foundry practice is also known as casting, and it is a process of pouring the molten metal into a mold. In this casting process, we heat up our metal in a molten state, and then allow our molten metal into a mold and allowing it to solidify in order to obtain shape of metallic piece as that of the mold. Then after pouring the molten metal into the mold, we allow our molten metal in order to solidify to obtain the desired shape what we want, or what the shape of that molding box. Almost every type of article, whether large or small, can be formed by this technique. So here we can study the process of making every article, whether it is a simple shape or it's a complex shape, easily can be formed by the technique of foundry. Now we come to the topic of how we can calculate the cost of foundry products or casting products. So to calculate the cost, there are three categories in which we divide the complete cost of the product. First category is direct material cost. Second category is direct labor cost. Third category is overhead. So we directly come to the topics without wasting the time. First, we study about the direct material cost. Direct material cost is nothing. Direct material cost is nothing. Only it is the cost, that cost which occurred on the material to make the that product. So we divide this cost further into two categories. Direct material cost may be divided into two categories. First category we will study about the cost of material required for melting the metal. As you know, in casting we have to melt our metal to pour in the mold. So first stage is melting the metal. In that order, the cost incurred in that process is known as cost of material required for melting the metal. Second category, cost of metal required for casting. Now, after melting the metal, we have to pour our metal into molding box. That process is known as casting. So mainly there are two categories in which the material cost is divided. Now study these two categories in detail. In first category, the cost of material required for melting the metal may be found by summing the cost of metal such as coke, limestone, etc. that are used in melting the metal, which we have to use in the casting technique. In second category, the cost of metal required for casting may be found. The cost of metal required for casting may be found as follows. In the second category, we have to calculate the metal, that metal which we have to use in the casting technique, which we have to pour into the molding boxes. So this second technique also further divided into sub points. In first point, we have to find out the volume of the finished casting from the drying of the casting by using the formula of mensuration. As we done in the previous shops, we have to find the volume. Here we can easily find out the volume of finished casting by studying the drawing. No need to go to the product. By studying the drawing, we can easily find our volume. In second step, find out the weight of the casting by multiplying the volume of the casting by density of the material. After finding the volume, we have to find the weight of the casting. In that order, we have to multiply the volume with the density of the material. In third step, add the weight of the metal lost in oxidation, in furnace, in cutting gates, spills, overarms, etc. As we know, in casting process, some metal is also waste in oxidation process, and some metal is also waste in cutting gates, spills, overarms. These are some extra wastage of material that we can consider about 7 to 10% of the net weight of the casting. In fourth step, add the weight of the processes scrap which is to be melted, such as runners, risers, etc. In fourth step, we have to also add the weight of the process scrap. Process scrap means which we have to made in order to make our product better, that is runner, riser. But this extra parts we can again remelt and use in our applications in next time. In fifth stage, find out the cost of metal by multiplying the gross weight by the cost per unit weight of the metal. In last, we have to find the cost of metal by multiplying gross weight by the cost per unit weight of the metal, as we done in the previous numericals. In sixth stage, deduct the return value of scrap, if any, to find out the cost of metal required for casting. In last stage, what we do, if any type of scrap found, we have also add the cost of that scrap in the product to make to get the proper estimate of the cost of that product. Now come to the second main category, that is the direct labor cost. What is direct labor cost? Direct labor cost is the labor cost consists of the following two types. First is the cost of labor for melting the metal. As we study in the previous first main topic, in this we study mainly the product process is divided into two categories. In first category, we have to melt the metal, and in second category, we have to pour the melted metal in the molding boxes. So in first stage, the cost of labor for melting the metal, which consists of the cost of labor for finishing the furnaces, baking course, pouring metal in the molds, and removal of casting from the molds. This is the direct labor cost for first type. uh, in second step, cost of labor directly connected with the production of costing. In second stage, the cost of labor directly connected with the production of casting. It is those type of cost which is directly connected with the casting process. This is all known as direct labor cost. Now we study about the overhead cost. What is overhead cost? Overhead cost consists of cost of labor indirectly connected with the production of casting. Overhead cost is that cost which is not directly connected with the casting, but it is indirectly connected with the casting. For example, labor for grinding, shot blasting, mixing, sand, repairing patterns, etc. And the cost of supervisor, foreman, inspector, storekeepers. These all are the indirectly cost which incurred in forming the product. But we also have to calculate that cost also. Cost of indirect materials such as linseed oil, coal powder, sand is also taken into consideration in overall cost. So this is all about the basic 3 steps of calculating the cost of casting shop. Thank you, students.